All right, guys, ready for a hard one?
Oh my god.
What makes the biggest impact when you are creating an event design?
Who wants to say it? We all know we're gonna say. There's one thing we're all gonna say.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Cheers. Cheers.
We talk about this one
100%
all the
cheers.
time.
Like, seriously.
If there is a thing to pick to upgrade,
Yeah,
it'd be
it's the chair.
It's the most amount of things in the room, and some of them aren't as expensive as you think, right? And also, too, you don't have to have all the same chair. You can
No, you
play,
can
or like
match.
that table can have a moment. You can really just get creative with chairs.
Yeah. I would say, aside from chairs, definitely linen, upgraded linen. I would say chairs, linen, even before florals.
Yep.
Love flowers, love my flower people.
Yes.
We love you, but even for the people who are like, I don't want to go flower heavy, great.
Yeah.
Get the upgraded chairs, get some fun linen, pop a floral, and you're good.
Oh my gosh, yes. Those are definitely the top two. And like we have talked about this a lot because it's something that comes up a lot during conversations with budgeting and all of that with our couples. So I obviously would second this because it's something we as a team talk about a lot. But just in general, like it's also like what's going to be most impactful. So what also impacts like the guest experience.
Exactly.
I know that's not design, but when we say design as like a team, we mean like holistically event design. So what does that mean to us? Event design is the whole guest experience, the whole kit and caboodle. So it's everything from, how a guest is experiencing the space visually, how they're feeling in the space, like what they're hearing, what they're smelling, what they're seeing, what they're tasting, all the things. So it's all of those pieces combined. That's event design, and I think people always immediately go to the aesthetics, right? Because that's what you're visually what you see and what kind of weddings are known for. But truly, event design is how someone's like the human experience within the design.
Yeah.
So, and we know that like it's all those touch points, but again, aesthetically, that's where people kind of go is that piece of it. But I think that, chairs, linen, top two, hands down.
Yeah.
But there's so many like little tiny things that you can do to like punch up a design, and you don't have to Giovanna's point is like, you don't have to go heavy on any one thing. You can upgrade half of your chairs. You can upgrade, maybe half of the space has, a different tabletop setup that's like a little bit more expensive. You want a little bit more lavish on those, but then the other half, it's not that like they have to look completely different. They should complement each other, but they should, again, they should complement each other. However, like there's elements that you can pull in that, and one tabletop looks beautiful, another table looks beautiful, but it's not maybe like killing your budget also.
I would say fun menus too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was getting one
Paper
friend of mine
goods.
very excited last week. And they're like talking about like play with stationery because yes, we know it gets thrown away. But what are your guests going to do? They're going to pick it up. They're going to look at it. They're going to touch it. They're going to feel it. And they're going to remember that in that moment.
Yeah.
So I think stationery too.
Yeah.
And also too, from a design perspective, it's comfort too, right?
Yes.
Like don't just pick the pretty chair because it's pretty. Making sure that if your guests are sitting in a chair for like a 2-hour dinner or for a ceremony, like it makes sense for them. And with like tablescapes and decor, and I think that's what we all do very well is incorporate design that makes sense from a hospitality standpoint. So how are the servers experiencing it? How is the flow making sense? And I think it goes two parts because the guest experience, that feeling that we create is design, but it's also how you feel when you walk into a room. Yeah. So I think it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like functionality.
Yes.
Has to always be there.
Yeah.
You can't just have one without the other, right? Like if I mean, we've seen some of these like beautiful designs that you see online, and whether they're made from AI or they were like a styled sheet that someone came up with.
Exactly.
I mean, I've looked at some of these designs and I'm like, how are the servers actually getting
through
to the guest? That doesn't actually make any sense. Yeah, I'm like that.
Like it's beautiful, but
are they airdropping
eating
the food? I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
So it's like just making sure that functionality meets event design from like an experiential standpoint and hospitality and service.
Exactly.